We saw some incredible footage out of London of just massive lines of people waiting to get into nightclubs and dance clubs. I think we can roll some of that vision because they've been starved of that. Look at that. This is middle of the night, just waiting for that deadline to pass and to be allowed inside to dance the night away. Tell us about the impact this lockdown has had on young people, because you can see there they're mainly young people, and they've really paid quite a high price, as they have in Australia, to keep other segments of the population safe.
That's right. They've paid an incredibly high price in terms of education. School kids' education has been suspended in many cases. Students at university are very rarely having face-to-face lectures. They're doing most stuff online. They're not getting the social life or the sense of connection they once would have got. And young people's social life more broadly has been put on hold for more than a year. So nightclubs in this country have not been open once since the first lockdown in March 2020. They've been closed the whole time. And those images you showed there, that was young people queuing up just before midnight last night, because midnight was the moment at which Freedom Day starts and when nightclubs could open. So lots of nightclubs opened at midnight and they all had a wild time. I'm too old to go clubbing these days. It's in my ancient history, but I was really thrilled to see those kinds of images and to see young people grabbing freedom and wanting to get back to that kind of free life.
And just lastly, I've got to ask you about what's happening in France, because we are seeing mass protests. We're seeing an uprising from elements of the left and the right against Macron and some of his vaccination passport orders. What are your feelings about what's happening in France?
I think President Macron has gone mad. I think if you look at his vaccine passport idea, it is absolutely crazy. He wants to have a severe system whereby if you aren't double vaccinated, then you basically are no longer a free citizen. For example, if you go into a pub or a restaurant without a vaccine passport, you could be jailed. You could be literally sent to prison. So this is really terrible stuff. And also, let's not forget that President Macron spread fear about the AstraZeneca vaccine a few months ago. Lots of European leaders did, yes, largely just to get one over on Brexit Britain, essentially. So he spread fear about the vaccine initially. Now he's going to punish his citizens if they don't get the vaccine. Really a terrible system. I'm delighted to see people protesting. The way to encourage people to get the vaccination is through persuasion, not through authoritarianism, and our leaders should remember that.
Absolutely. Persuasion, not coercion. Brendan O'Neill, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Rita.